Heidi, how's your story coming?
There's like 20 words here.
Oh, that's 20 words. It's beautiful. You have 20 words to get started with. Let's brainstorm.
All right, because I'm kind of wondering, what do I write about?
Well,
How
tell
you
me.
doing this week, Francine?
I'm absolutely fantastic. My chapter has been sent to the editor next week, live right here. We are going to be editing my chapter right here on the live stream. I can't wait.
I'm I'm ready to see how intense this is. Something tells me that I'm going to be the next one for the editing live, so we'll see how that goes. At
I
least
wish
I
I
don't have to
had a
go
little
first.
birdie to squawk. Birdie speaking, birdie speaking.
Oh, okay, Francine.
So
So
let's
I
do
love brainstorming. I think today is going to be a lot of fun, and I really do think that you're going to get me unstuck from this one little page that I have today.
yes, we are going to get some
I'm
words
good
out of
about this. All right.
it. So let's start with what do you want to start the story with that's going to hook that audience and make them want to read the rest of it?
Okay. So I'm going to start my story in the shower of the jail locker room.
Ooh, I could just picture, because I imagine a jail locker room might be a lot like the boot camp locker room.
Well, I've never been to boot camp, but I really didn't like gym class, and that's why I didn't go to boot camp. But, unfortunately, I still found myself in one of those, those places.
Situations. But that's where rich stories come. And we are going to get that story out of you so you can inspire other people. So tell me, I imagine you being the singer that you'll be singing in the shower.
Oh, you bet. Because I thought maybe I could, I could annoy people. So I was
Well,
alone in this locker room shower. So I just mournfully sang the same song every day I came back from work. The same song over and over and over again until my 20-minute shower was up or whatever. And I did that for 3 weeks.
can you give us a sample of, because you're not going to put the whole song there, right? You're just going to. Can you give us a sample of which part of the song you want to share in your story?
So I haven't even decided which I want to use yet because the chorus is very powerful, and the verse is kind of just telling the story, and the song is broken. The song was written by Seether, but Amy Lee from Evanescence came and sang on this song. And so the first verse really kind of, it really kind of captured how I was feeling in that time because I was married and we were both in that same jail and we weren't allowed to talk to each other. And so the first verse of this song goes, I wanted you to know that I love the way you laugh. I wanna hold you high and steal your pain away. I keep your photograph I know it serves me well. I wanna hold you high and steal your pain.
Ooh, that just brought a little tear to my eye. That's beautiful. I think that is a powerful paragraph to put in your opening, but you're going to need to tell your audience where you are and why you feel this pain. So,
So I was thinking about some of the stuff you talked about earlier about like painting the scene and what things feel like. So this is the part where I kind of feel like maybe I'm overthinking it, but I've just got this like magical vision of explaining the tiles were cold on my feet.
yes,
The water was still hot as it fell around me.
yes,
And my tears blended in with the water.
yes,
Like that,
yes,
yeah?
yes.
And I sang, and then I could put that part in there. And, you know, often as I was singing the song, I would stop because I would be crying. And so I feel like that also opens up the opportunity to be like, how did I get here?
Exactly, because I was just going to say that should be the next. Tell your audience how you got there.
Okay, wait, I gotta write some things down.
You'll get the recording.
Imagery. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna get the recording. Okay, so yes, then I was going to explain how I got there. So I feel like that part of the story, even though that's the beginning of the whole thing, because starting in the shower, I think, is interesting, an interesting way to start it and catch the attention. It also starts at what I feel is like the peak of the story, when it was the hardest for me to deal with, because, leading up to it, it was just like dread, more dread. Oh my goodness, it's the end of the world. This is the worst thing ever, leading up to like finally getting to that higher point. And then, everything else is kind of a little bit downhill after that, I suppose. That is until after I got out of the legal system. Then it was all back uphill again.
Right.
But
so here's my question for you at this point. You're starting
okay.
somewhere toward the middle of your huge story.
Because I don't really want to tell the whole story, because the rest, it's what happened after that
Exactly.
has the
So
impact.
in 12 to 1500 words, 500 words are devoted to how you got there. And then what the audience really wants to know is how did you get out of it? So you have about 500 words to describe the shower scene and how you got there.
How many sentences is 100 words?
Depends on how long the sentences are. That is roughly 2 pages. Roughly 2 pages. But when we take it from this one chapter of the anthology book, when you go to write your memoir, that could be 2 chapters. The shower scene could be a whole chapter, and then how you got there will be a whole chapter. And then when you realized when you got out of the legal system, things had to change, and how you made that happen. That's the turning point, which would be a whole nother chapter.
And I feel like, the word feel came out with that. I feel like I need to dedicate a good section to how I felt before the rebuilding started. Like what was my bottom?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking? Yeah.
Isn't the shower your bottom? And for the audience, for our audience who is watching, sometimes thinking about these stories can bring back memories, but if you don't feel it, you can't heal it. That's why I like to think writing is therapeutic. So sometimes in
for
these
sure.
brainstorming sessions, we're going to bring up some memories. And I've had people cry in my classes. It's okay, because as you bring it up and the feelings bubble, you're healing yourself in this process. And that just makes your story even more powerful.
Did you get that sense where I was like, okay, I'm just going to dip my toe in for a second and be
Yes.
like, I don't know, was this the most painful time? Was it this one? Or was it this one?
And you're the only one who can measure that.
Exactly. I would say, you know, when I had to go face my punishment, even though everything else up to that really was horrible, but that was like the worst, because I lost all control at that point. I couldn't be where I wanted to be when I wanted to be there. I couldn't eat what I wanted to eat. I couldn't be alone. I lost everything that I had. My little bunny and my birds were with my friends, and I miss them so badly. So yeah, when I think about it, I really realized that I have kind of put a bubble around that time so that it doesn't, like when I look back at it, it doesn't seem like it's so terrible. But then that was just a temporary period of time, like, you know, when something bad happens and then it passes. But rebuilding out of that required doing things differently than how I had done them before. So I had to build new habits, and that consistency is a different kind of struggle than when you're I don't want to say like I was a victim, but that's kind of like how you feel, like you're trapped, you have no control, you have no choice, to now you have choice. And that's almost sometimes just as scary as not having any choice at all.
Ooh, I like where you're going with this. So
Yeah.
the shower scene, you've lost all control and power over yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was a terrible moment of my life. Mm-hmm. However, when I got released from the system and regained my control and realized I had to make changes.
Mm-hmm.
But was that rock bottom? Was it rock bottom after you were released, or somewhere during when you realized that when you get released? Because I would love that contrast from worrying about facing your punishment to worrying about getting released and what's going to happen next. So you're worrying about the same thing. You're worrying at both times, but about different things.
Right. So I feel like rock bottom is definitely that time that I was in jail, because everything was gone. I lost everything, basically, for that time period that I was there. So when choices and opportunities became available to me once I was released from that situation, then hope was also introduced. And you don't often see the light of hope at rock bottom.
Okay, so rock bottom is the shower scene. So okay, shower scene, how you got there, rock bottom, explaining how that was rock bottom in the shower.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
realize I have nothing, everything is gone, I have no control.
Yeah.
Then you get that light at the end of the tunnel. I'm getting out of here. Now I want to know, what were you feeling when, oh, I'm getting paroled, I'm getting out, was it immediate hope, or was it slow, steady, growing hope?
No, they like to mess with you as much as possible. So they like to tease you and get your hopes up and then take stuff away from you as quickly as possible. Anyway, but when that actually was all over, all the mind games were finally over, and I could walk away, and I did get out of probation a year early for good behavior and all. I got to prove my probation officer wrong. Feeling pretty good about that. And that was part of the steps of me rebuilding myself, because at that point I believed that I was worthless to society. I didn't have anything good to offer. I mean, I could sing, but no one really puts much value on that either mindset of where I was at. So that's the bottom. I don't have anything left to offer. Everything has been taken, and now I get a chance to, I guess, show I'm worth something. So it started with finishing the punishment, being done, and then getting, well, I pretty much had management jobs even like when that was going on. I was lucky to be able to had some very good bosses when all that was going on. If I didn't have that going on, rock bottom might have been even deeper down. And you know what else? I had some really great girlfriends, and I spent 3 weeks in the jail building, and then I served the rest of my 3 months on the bracelet. So my jail was my best friend's house where my bunny and my birds were. And so I was jailed in my best friend's house. It's not the worst. Except for she had young children, and therefore I don't have children now because I got my share of young children, and I was like, no.
Okay, that's a side
See,
note.
these are all fun things we could put in the story, but
yeah,
it's not going to fit in the 500 words of like.
No, but that can fit in the big book. After you write this, the anthology's out, then you write your big book, and that's where you put all these other little fun details.
Right. I feel like I do need to mention the people that really helped me get out. Like those, like the good bosses at Mobile and Lamira, and my best girlfriends that I definitely would not have survived without them. And it was them believing in me that helped me believe in myself. Oh yeah, it's tying into the book, Francine. It is.
I loved that. People believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself. That reminds me of my first book. I didn't believe in myself enough to promote my first book till someone else started promoting it for me. So that theme, I feel that theme is going to be in a lot of our stories.
Right. I mean, it makes such a difference. One of my clients actually said that to me the other day, that they said, thank you for investing and believing in me because you helped me realize how important it is for me to believe and invest in myself. And he almost made me cry a little.
Right.
So maybe that's like where the moral of this story like leads to, I guess, because sometimes, as alone as you can feel, sometimes what you need is having the friendship and support, your community around you to believe in you, so that when you're at rock bottom, someone's shining a little flashlight down there for you.
And that is what our community is all about, right? You want to be an author, but you don't know where to start. Well, we got your back. Heidi didn't know how to start writing this book, and here we are. She's got at least the first.
I got more than 20 words down here now, and I feel like I have direction instead of it just being like,
right? And we've been brainstorming for what, 20 minutes?
20 minutes?
20 minutes. So
this is a great example of, my mind likes to blow these things way out of proportion, spend too much time, overthink it. This is another example of how when you get a friend to help you out, this stuff can just go so much faster.
Right? And I'm only one person. Imagine we had 5 other people in the room with us, all giving feedback and asking questions.
Yeah.
And that is what I'd like to talk about now. Tuesday morning at 10 a.m., we are going to have a brainstorm session on Zoom, just like we're doing here. So if you're available, if you have a story just waiting to come out of you, but you just need that little bit of direction, that little bit of guidance, come and join us. Let's put the link in the chat.
All right. And while you are doing that, I'm going to talk about my Black Friday special because it expires tomorrow. And it's pretty awesome because, Francine, you were talking earlier about how sometimes some of these stories, they can be really painful and it brings up a lot of negative emotions. And sometimes those negative emotions, they might have served you in the past and helped you through certain situations, but a lot of times they're preventing you from reaching the performance levels or the wellness levels or even relationship goals that you're reaching for. And so that's what this root cause challenge is all about. Instead of solving all of the surface problems, we're going to get to what might be the root of the issue. And in 8 weeks, it's just incredible how just working on one habit that you can do while you're doing other stuff, while you're washing dishes, while you're going to the bathroom, while you're taking a walk, while you're laying in bed and getting ready to go to sleep at night. You can do this habit while you're doing everything else, so you don't really have to worry about adding too much extra time in your schedule to get your performance levels up. And while I find that link, Francine, why don't you talk about your Black Friday special?
My Black Friday special is the Sparkle Feathers Camp Confidence book bundle. I want to say galore because there's some special stuff that comes with it. The 2-book series so far is The Magic Library and Let Your Sparkle Shine. And along with that, you will get a 14-sheet special package of activities, coloring pages that bring the characters to life. The other part of the bundle are just confidence builders. What do you see when you look in the mirror? What's your superpower that you see when you look in the mirror? There is a word search puzzle on who you could ask for help when you need help. This is for grades 3 through 5, but if you have an advanced second grader or a sixth grader who really just needs a boost of confidence, it's perfect for them too. Limited time offer because it's only while supplies last. So if you want some more information, just ask and I will give you the link. Or if you're in the Jacksonville and surrounding area, save postage and let's meet up somewhere.
And I mean, if you really, really wanted to leak this little project that we're working on, and I said no, but I'm at least going to tell them what we're doing.
Right. I guess we should tell them what's so special about this, right?
Well, you have a very special event that you are planning with this book release that you have coming up, right?
Correct.
And to make it extra, extra special, you're like, it needs a song.
That is, and I'm so excited about shake your tail. Jump, jump, shake your tail. Jump, jump, shake your tail.
She is singing it all right. So, Sean, I'm going to say his last name wrong.
I can't remember his last name.
I can. I'm just afraid I'm going to pronounce it wrong. I'm so sorry, Sean. The Sean,
who was on our show
a couple weeks ago. Anyway, he and I are working on the theme song for Francine's book, and it has been a lot of fun. I didn't think it was going to be so much fun to write a kid's song, but maybe this is how it all starts. Just like you started as a children's book author.
Right? Like I told you, you are now the official songwriters of Sparkle Feathers. This is how collaboration happens. You'll never, ever, ever believe where a collaboration could drag you.
Especially when you hang around with a bunch of creatives. Because, I mean, man, you just get a good brainstorming session going and you never know. You never know where you might end up.
It all started because I asked Heidi, do you know anyone who could write a kid's song?
Mm-hmm. I sure do.
Yeah. And if you ever thought about joining a community of creatives, this is the one. Number one, by writing a chapter in the anthology book, Believe You Can, you will be inspiring other people. You will also get a spotlight on you. Like maybe the way Heidi just had a spotlight on her brainstorming her story. Or if you are a business owner, joining our community is like having a group of cheerleaders holding you up, pushing you in another direction.
And you know what? You might be terrified at the thought that someone is going to shine a spotlight on you. Francine was talking about that earlier. And if that's the case for you, let other people bring you up, shine the spotlight a little bit on you, and talk for you. If that's difficult for you, we can help you get that message out there. Promote yourself, promote your story. It's going to be okay. You don't have to do this all alone.
Right? And once you get that feeling inside of you that you can do it, you won't need as much support because you'll get that feeling. But like I said, when I wrote my first book, someone else had to promote it for me before I felt like an author. Then once I felt like an author, it started getting easier because I had that feeling. So by joining our community, writing your story with us, you'll get that feeling that will allow you to want to do more, to raise that feeling even stronger.
Yeah. Well, Francine, we have made it again to the end of the episode. How
It's
did this happen?
that time again, huh? Well, next
Yes.
week, I just want to say again, next week's going to be a fun episode. Next week in our live stream, my chapter, which is with the editor right now, will be edited right here live. So you could see that the editing process isn't really scary.
Well, let's hope so. I'm going to bring my security blanket just in case. All right, Francine, if you can conceive it, you can believe it, and you can achieve it.
From the head to the heart to the hands. Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
See you guys in the